Tonight's play is another in this dramatic series brought to you by New York City's largest selling beer, Rheingold Extra Dry.
Good evening. I'm particularly glad to have you on the Rheingold Theatre tonight. The story which I have the pleasure of presenting is so unusual, so off the beaten track, that I find it difficult to make a proper introduction for it. We might call it a semi-documentary, but that isn't quite right. It's based on the truth, and you know the ending before it starts. The place is mid-Atlantic, the time 1912. And the story deals with the sinking of the then great new luxury liner, the Titanic. The greatest dramas have been enacted in real life. And I have selected this play because, and I dare say you'll agree with me, it is one of the most different and emotionally absorbing real-life stories yet dramatized for television. I won't tell you any more about it because I don't want to spoil what we believe is a fine play, superbly acted. Ladies and gentlemen, Atlantic Night. The liner Titanic. To the world of 1912, she symbolized the might and invincibility of modern man's achievement. The largest, the fastest, the most luxurious ship ever launched. The 2,000 passengers and crew who sailed in her from Southampton, England, deemed themselves lucky to be making history aboard the latest marvel of that age. But somewhere far to the north, the instrument of doom had already slipped with unheard thunder from its parent glacier and was wallowing instinctively southward to keep a midnight rendezvous. On a clear, calm April night, they collided, and the Titanic sank with a loss of over 1,500 lives. Consider the chances that those two such infinitesimal specks would meet in 3 million square miles of ocean. What electronic brain could compute those odds? But our story concerns a little-known element of the tragedy which throws all speculations into the realm of the fantastic. Another ship, a freighter, was within 5 miles of the Titanic during the whole 2.5 hours of her death throes. The captain of the freighter, the watch officers, the seamen, all honest, competent, conscientious men, saw her lights, her distress signals, and watched them finally disappear, but were unable to grasp what was taking place before their eyes. Faced with the greatest crisis in their lives, they all failed to recognize it as such. It was almost as if the doors of the tomb had already swung shut on the Titanic, and that human hand was powerless to save her. It seems unbelievable, but these were the facts set down in testimony at the subsequent court of inquiry.